All right, today we're going to dive into an ancient Buddhist sutra. It's this beautiful story that almost feels like a fairy tale. But wow, it is packed with this deep message about how a single powerful intention can literally echo through time and create an incredible destiny. I know, it sounds like the start of some epic legend, doesn't it? You've got a mother's wish, a very special kid, and then, bam, 9 mythical dragons. And as we're about to find out, these 3 things are all woven together in this incredible story about cause and effect and the long journey to enlightenment. So let's go way, way back in time. Picture this. The Buddha is walking through a city, collecting alms with his disciples. And the way they're described, it's like they're radiant, just magnificent. It must have been an absolutely awe-inspiring sight for anyone who saw them. Now, in the crowd, there's this pregnant woman. And when she sees the Buddha and his calm, graceful followers, she's just deeply moved. And it's not like she just glances over. No, seeing this really stops her in her tracks. It makes such a huge impression on her that it sparks a powerful idea. And right then and there, she makes this vow, this promise from the very bottom of her heart. She decides that her child, when he's born, is going to follow this path. He's going to become a shramana, a student of the Buddha. And this single moment, this wish, is the seed that the entire story grows from. So you might be wondering, what's a shramana anyway? Well, the term basically means a spiritual seeker. You know, someone who gives up the worldly life of home and family to go out and really pursue enlightenment. So the life she's wishing for her son is the most meaningful one she can possibly imagine. Okay, so let's jump forward a bit in our story and see what happens with this promise. Time goes by, the child is born, and this is where a very, very human dilemma kicks in for the mother. So, her son is born, and he's not just any kid. The scriptures say he's beautiful and unlike other children. He's special. And her love for him, her attachment, just grows and grows until she starts to have second thoughts. You know, can't she really give up this amazing child to a life in a monastery? It's a moment of doubt that I think any parent could understand. But this is the moment of truth. After struggling with her feelings, she has this powerful realization. She decides that her love for her child can't be the thing that makes her break the sacred vow she made. She chooses her spiritual promise over her own personal attachment. It's a huge decision. So when her son turns 7, she puts her plan into action. Even though they're poor, she prepares what she can. A simple meal of rice and 3 monastic robes. Then she takes her little boy by the hand, walks him to the Buddha, and officially asks for him to be accepted into the order. So the Buddha says yes, and this is where things get, well, completely wild. As the boy is getting ready for his new life, a series of 3 incredible, miraculous signs pop up, making it clear this is not just some ordinary day. Okay, first up, the mom is washing her son's hands from this little water jar, right? A totally normal thing. But suddenly, out of the mouth of this tiny vase, 9 dragons appear, and they start pouring pure water over the boy's hands. I mean, can you even picture that? It's the first clue that something supernatural is happening here. And if you thought that was wild, get this. The mother takes the few drops of water left in the jar and sprinkles them over her son's head for a blessing. But the drops don't just fall. They transform, right there in midair, into this magnificent jeweled canopy with a lion throne in the middle, just floating above the boy's head. And the Buddha, seeing all this, just smiles. But this is no ordinary smile. As he smiles, this brilliant, 5-colored light starts pouring out from him, setting the stage for the third and maybe the most amazing miracle of all. This light is just immense. We're talking cosmic. It shoots out from the Buddha, lighting up billions of worlds all across the universe. And then it comes all the way back, circles the Buddha, and goes straight into the boy, right through the top of his head, as if marking him with this divine energy. So as you can imagine, the mother is just floored. Her mind is completely blown. She's just seen the impossible happen 3 different times. She knows it has to mean something, but she has no idea what. So she does what any of us would do in that situation. She turns to the Buddha and just asks him straight up, "I've seen 3 incredible things. What on earth do they mean?" And her question is what unlocks the whole point of the story. And the Buddha doesn't just wave it off. He tells her, look, these things you saw, the dragons, the canopy, that light, they weren't just random magic tricks. They were omens. They were basically a sneak peek of the incredible spiritual destiny that's waiting for your son. And then he lays it all out. He prophesies that because of the causes and conditions created here today, this boy, her son, will one day become a Buddha himself. But, and this is a big but, it's going to take a while. 14 kalpas from now to be exact. Now, to wrap your head around just how long a kalpa is, it's basically an eon. Think of it like this. Imagine a huge mountain, miles high, and every 100 years, someone comes and brushes it once with a piece of silk. A kalpa is how long it would take for that mountain to be completely worn away. We're talking a truly cosmic amount of time. But wait, the story's not over yet. It doesn't just end with a prophecy. There are some immediate payoffs for what they did, and one last mind-blowing reveal that ties this whole thing together. Right then and there, the boy's hair just falls away, and he's officially a monk. And in that instant, both he and his mother achieve this amazing spiritual state called avinivartaniya. And on top of that, the Buddha tells the mother that because of her selfless act, she is going to be reborn as a great, just king for 700 lifetimes in a row. So what's this avinivartaniya thing they achieved? Well, it's a huge deal. It's called the stage of non-retrogression. It's like they've hit a save point on their spiritual journey. It means they will never, ever fall back into a lower state of being. Their path to enlightenment is now guaranteed. Okay, here it comes, the final piece of the puzzle. After explaining all the future destinies and the immediate rewards, the Buddha, who's been telling this whole story, is about to reveal who that little boy from all those eons ago really was. He looks at his disciples and he says, that small boy was me. He's been telling them the story of his own past life. He's tracing his entire journey back to that one single moment, his mother's pure, selfless wish. It just brings everything full circle in the most powerful way imaginable. And that just leaves you thinking, right? The whole story shows how one pure intention kicked off a chain of events that unfolded over an almost unimaginable amount of time. It really makes you wonder, what small acts of intention, what heartfelt wishes that we make today might be shaping a future for us, and maybe for others, that we can't even begin to dream of yet? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me for this one.